Hello beautiful people, welcome to Kate Space, welcome to my channel. I am going to do a flip through of my junk journal January because it's completed, and I thought I would put it up in case anyone was interested in seeing what I had done. I have a little notebook here because mine are a little bit out of order so we don't get too confused, and some of them might not be as obvious, and I might not know what they are in relation to the prompts. The other thing I wanted to do before I started, and who knows if any of these people will be watching, but I wanted to say hi and hello and welcome and thanks for watching to some new subscribers who have taken the time to make comments. So I'd just like to take a little bit of time to say hi to Anna. Hi Anna Petrocinio. I don't know how to say your name, I'm really sorry. Hi Lena Warelius, Sandy Vaughan, hi Wilma Jans van Noordwijk, hi Wilma, thanks so much for your comments. A Soul's Heartbeat, that's Patty, hi Patty, thanks so much for your lovely comments on my videos. Hi Linda from LL Creation Studio Handmade Journals. Hi Linda, thanks again, and hi. Hi to Kay Seals, Shelley Barron, Tracy McCartney. Hi to Vicky Stroud. Thanks so much for commenting and for saying hi and for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I hope that you will enjoy the content, and if you have any ideas or feedback on what you'd like to see on the channel, I'd highly appreciate it. But I'm just going to keep on crafting, and you can keep on watching if you so desire. I also want to say hi to Diane Turner because she's in Australia. Hi Diane, you're nice and close, you're like a neighbour. And yeah, again, thanks for making yourself known and letting me know where you're from. I really appreciate it. So hi to all my new lovely subscribers, and hi to those of you who have been subscribing, some of you from very early on, and I really do appreciate you sticking around. Okay, let's get into it. So this is what we call, or what is called, an open spine journal, in that it's just basically two bits of card held together. So the covers are just held together with some fabric and lace, and then a simple binding through the center. It's really simple to make and makes a really effective journal. Again, of course, mine has got very fat. That's, I talked about that just recently on my December daily. I'm just kind of coming to terms with that. There is a video of me making this that I will link below in case you want to have a look. I really wanted to put a little flappy thing on the front, and then I ran out of ideas of what to put on the inside. So I've just tucked the little list in here. But I had lots of fun decorating this and making it, nice and 3D. January 2023. So let's just have a look. This is my first time completing Junk Journal January. I was very honoured to be asked to be part of the artist collaboration, and my day was day 29 musical. So again, I'll link that below as well, or I'll link it. There'll be a little thing that pops up. So yeah, I felt very honoured and excited to be part of it. I did start Junk Journal January, like I said in one of my other videos, in 2022, but a lot of things happened in January and at the beginning of the year for me, so I got started but I didn't finish. So I finished this one and I'm really pleased. I did get behind because, like I said, January for us is our big holiday summertime, and so we went away and things got busy, so I got a little bit behind, but I was determined to finish. I know kind of the idea behind the junk journal challenges are to do a little bit every day and try and sort of get in, try and journal every day, but life gets in the way, and I still am learning to try and take less time. So day one was resolutions. I had lots of ideas about resolutions and goals and everything, but I think the overriding sort of theme of my year is just to do stuff, to to get things done and stop overthinking. So I just put more doing, less overthinking, and I just have a selfie photo that I put there, and I use this lovely French postcard that I had lying around. So yep, and a fussy cut flower, a bit of washi tape. So yeah, I started off simple, and that was kind of the goal, to just get things done and not overthink them too much. This is my little layout for Starry. I had some little Christmas, these little sort of, they're quite tacky little Christmas stars lying around, which I think I'd bought at, you know, some cheapy shop. And then I had this gold paper which I laminated onto some cardstock and cut out and made and embossed. And this beautiful image, which I'm pretty sure is from the Graphics Fairy. This page here is a decorated tag, which is day 4, not day 3. Now, I was very, very influenced and inspired by Danielle from Filler Space, who made a beautiful sort of little tiny, a little wrapping sort of station, gift station for her Ruby and Pearl design team, and I just loved the tag she made, and so I set about making one very similar, and I really love it. I love the sort of scruffy grunginess of it. These are some beautiful velvet millinery flowers that my mum gave me on my most recent visit to see her. Oh no, maybe when I went to see, no, I think that's December I went to see her. Anyway, and then I had this very fragile French folded envelope letter receipt thing. And so I folded it and glued it and decided to use that because it was just falling to pieces. It wasn't much good for anything else. Day 3 was stained, but I flipped over the page and did it on this side. Again, I had a play with some texture paste and some crackle paste and some watercolors and some of that spray stuff. And then I put on this beautiful piece of lace, which is one of my favorite pieces of lace. Another little millinery flower, and this again is the same. This is from the same digital kit as this image here, and that's by Heather from Ruby and Pearl. Day 5 was routine, and I had this beautiful magazine picture. It was bigger than this on my mood board up in my old studio. I still haven't moved my pin board down, and I don't have a huge routine like I used to, and I did talk about this. I've got a video, I think, making this one, so I'll pop it up. And I did a little bit of journaling on just a scrap piece of old ledger paper. But yeah, David brings me a coffee in the morning, almost every morning, and sometimes I bring him one, but mostly he brings me one. And yeah, it's a lovely routine which I treasure. Stitched, I kind of got a bit stuck on. So I got some fabric and just stitched the pattern. I don't think it really turned out as nice as what I thought it would. And then this is just some French book page, so a little bit of collage underneath and a little bit of gesso, and then this little title that says stitched. I actually love that bit more than I like this. Shimmer was day 7. And I used some Lindy's Gang sort of spray on here. The other thing I used was some watercolors, but on this paper, they didn't shimmer like they did on the other paper that I'd used them on. So, but there's still these little shimmery sort of spots here and there. And this wallpaper is quite shimmery as well. So that's my page for shimmer. Blossom, I saw Carol Laws from Carol Laws Create do Blossom, and she did a beautiful flower fairy, and I thought that was a great idea. I had this photo of me taken on the beach with my 2 granddaughters, and I really wanted to use that photo. And these two, sort of the age difference between them's about 9 years, I think, and I just really liked how this tied in with these two, so the little girl and the little baby. And then I also incorporated hidden into this one, and I've done some just hidden journaling underneath here, so that's part of a handkerchief. I don't know if you can see on here, but the watercolors on the music paper shimmer maybe you can see that, but maybe not. But yeah, like I said, on this paper they didn't do that. It's very old antique paper. Yeah, so that's that page. I'll try and hurry. And this page is delicate, intricate. And I wanted to use this Tim Holtz die, which is very intricate. In fact, I wonder if it's actually gonna, yeah, it's starting to lift there. Anyway, that's okay. So yeah, that was part of intricate, and also cutting out this very sort of detailed rows, fussy cut. So it's a long time since I've done any real sort of fussy cutting like that. I really wanted to use this beautiful envelope as well, this antique envelope. That's a French one. So yeah, I love how that page turned out. This page here is pocket and throwback combined. So I have a pocket here. I turned this page into a pocket, and inside I have a card. I haven't written on it. I did a little bit of a stitch snippet here, and again another Tim Holtz die cut. And so that just slips in there just because. Doesn't need to be a reason. And the pocket, so that's a pocket, and this is a pocket, and this is a pocket. So 3 pockets, and this is my grandmother with her dog. And so that's a copy of a photo, me and my dog, 1949. So that's my grandma, my maternal grandmother, and this is my mother, and this is me. So yeah, that was throwback. The next one was hobbies, and actually this started out being top 5. But then I realised I've missed hobbies, so I changed it. This is one of the glassine bags, or white paper bags, whatever you want to call them, that I decorated a while back, and I've got a video for that, so I'll link that below. And in here is just some journaling about hobbies, the ones that I have, you know, the ones that I have now, the ones that are neglected, and I wish I still kind of did. And some maybe future hobbies. So just a little bit of journaling in there that just tucks in. The next one was from the day, and I also incorporated folded into this. So this was an air mail sort of letter that I picked up at an op shop on the way down from Whangarei with Mum, because David and I went on holiday. It rained and it was windy. Then we stayed with Mum. David flew home and Mum and I drove home, and it just talks about Mum coming and staying for the first time in many years. So that's from the day. And also this was part of the parcel that I got when I got home. So I had some things at home waiting for me. So that ticket's part of that as well. But that's that one. Barcode. I just tried to incorporate some of the scrapbooking paper that my book was made out of, because I realised I hadn't used it. So this ticket's from that. And I think there's some texture on this one. There's texture on just about all of mine. So this might be a mix of texture and barcode, because we've got the stitching and the fabric and the corrugated cardboard and some tissue. So yeah, that's that. This one here is folded. And although nothing is folded, it is really just the poem. They ask me how I love you, and I say in pages and novels and volumes, I love you like my favourite story, the one I wake up to every day and watch unfold. And I don't know how it ends, but I know your name is already written in the chapters of my life that I have yet to live. I just love that poem, and I had this gorgeous photo of David with Valley, and I don't know, I just loved it. So that was it. Very simple, and I really loved how that one turned out. This is my top 5. So I don't even know if there's 5 things on here. There might be more. Vintage things, photographs, embossed paper, stitching and snippets, and texture paste. Those are sort of the things that some of my top 5 sort of supplies. And I tuck them into this little thing. But there's rusty pins and tatting and, you know, lace, all those things I love. I didn't do anything on this page because I love that image. Here we have hand lettered. That's self-explanatory, and I actually did some hand lettering, which is was quite brave, I thought. But this is hand lettered, and this is hand lettered here too. And there's some texture on that one, so yeah, I did texture kind of into several. This one's my experiment, and of course I had to get the napkins out and give those a go again. So yeah, I tried to just blend my napkin in, and I've used some sort of grey watercolor and some white gesso, and you know, with mixed results. And the other experiment was doing my texture paste stenciling and then sprinkling the heat embossing powder on top and then heat embossing it. There's some patches here that I don't think I've put enough heat on. But yeah, I really like how that turned out. So then I made this little cluster of just things I like, and I just popped that there. There's map. I made a pocket with a map and an envelope with a map to go in here, and just talks about travel and places I've been and places I'd like to go. This is old and new. So we have very old papers in the back here, and it's actually on an old paper. And then obviously we've got the new sort of scrapbooking printed paper, and obviously we have Valley, who's new. This ribbon's old, but yeah, old book pages. This one here, I don't know, I just stuck the sticker on it. I think I sort of had a page where I didn't really know, so I mean that could be stickers, but it's pretty simple. Pretty plain. Scenery, this is my scenery page. I used a very old 1800 book page, which I loved, and there's this picture of this beach scene and some music, and it folds out. Pretty loosely based on scenery, I guess. Then we turn to earth tones. I used this piece of wallpaper, which is just a scrap of paper that was given to me, and I've had it lying around and I wanted to use it, and I thought these tones of this photo sort of blended in, and so did these. This is from a happy mail from Sandra from Mad Maid. Hi Sandra, if you're watching. And also this is a digital, I think, from the Graphics Fairy, but I just like the browns and the oranges, and I felt with a little bit of green there, those were the sort of earth tones to me. Not sure what this one is. Could be antique, because this page is very antique. I think it possibly is antique. This one here is stickers, and yeah, I don't like this page at all. I just fussy cut some lilies out, and then these little black and white things are stickers, but I don't really love how that turned out. And then there's my page musical, and I slipped in there a card. So you can see it through here, my life is a joy, and I've glued that in because that wasn't in before. And that this just represents my love of music and dance sort of combined. The next one is unexpected. No, it's not. The next one is one colour, which I had missed. I realised I hadn't done. So, I mean, this could have been one colour. Maybe that's what I was thinking, because it was all just blue. I'm wondering if maybe that's what I was thinking. But anyway, then I decided I'd make this tag out of one colour, so it's all pink. And I put this digital down behind it, and it just sticks in there. And I love how that turned out. There's some velvet ribbon here. And this one's unexpected, and the reason this is unexpected is because it's not vintage at all. I mean, when you compare it to this with vintage papers and all roughed, I kept this very sort of as modern and sort of smooth as I could. And this was talking about the fact that David and I like going out dancing. We love house music, and we go to as many DJ gigs as we can. And yeah, that was us seeing Fatboy Slim a few weekends ago. And this is the end. So this is the close. I just got this Winnie the Pooh. Well, this is an A.A. Milne poem. And I just put Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and Tigger and Roo here because why not? I love them. And I love this little poem. and it's called The End, so that's why I chose it. And it's just it's been obviously scribbled on by a child. It's out of an old book. But I also use this, which came with something that my daughter gave me, a picture my daughter gave me with my granddaughter, and I like the sentiment of this, so I put this at the end. Life is far too precious, far too short, and far too magical for us to be anything but full of gratitude, hope, and kindness. And I just really love the sentiment of that, and I thought that was a really beautiful thing to finish on. So that is the end of my Junk Journal January, and I'm sure I will enjoy looking through that and getting ideas. I will definitely use this idea again for a tag, and actually I love this, and I might make some more of these. I really loved that tag, and also this technique. I might try that some more. Yeah, so I'm really happy, and I also want to make some little pockets like this, stuff pockets, and I might do a video on that if anyone's interested. I mean, really, it's not very complicated. Yep. So there we go. There's my Junk Journal January. Thank you for all your encouragement and lovely comments for the videos that I've done throughout the month. I've really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Junk Journal July, which I'll also I'll look forward to doing, because I've done that twice now, and I will do that again. I love it. It's going on the shelf, and I can get on with some other projects, and I can stop thinking about this now. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Bye guys.